Well, as you can tell, I am not in Seattle today. I'm not in Utah today. Where I am today is north of Billings, Montana, Grandma and Grandpa's house, my mom and dad's place. So I got a few things I want to talk about, bring up to speed on some changes that's going on. And while that's happening, maybe I thought I'd show you around the old place here for a minute. So let's do that. Okay, here's the deal. So this old house, we built this when we moved up here with trees off the place. It's not your perfect log cabin, but it's not too bad. It's a little cold up here today, but what I want to talk about is I have been kind of looking at the YouTube channel here, and I figured out that I've been kind of doing a dumb thing, trying to have everything in all the same place. And so when people come to this channel to watch me work on the Jeep, then those people are interested in Jeeps, not in boats, sailboats, power boats, whatever. So I'm going to split things up. I'm going to start up a new channel for the boat stuff, and I'll be putting a link to that probably, let's see if I can do this like right up here or here, one or the other. Go over there and check it out if you're interested in the stuff that I'm doing on the trawler. If you're not, then keep watching this channel for more progress on the Jeep. And we're not done with that thing, but we'll keep working on it. So here I am now when we first moved up here, my dad was going to build this great big house out of rammed earth up here on this spot. So we poured all this concrete and never did it. We built that house over there instead. But this was going to be the view out of here, which is still a wonderful view. So I'll just quickly point out, way out there in the distance on the horizon is the Crazy Mountains. Way over there in the distance on the horizon are the little snowy mountains. So you know where you're at in the world right now, and what you're looking at down here is their golf course. So they have a little 9-hole golf course on the property that Dad has carved out of the place. It's pretty rough, but they get out there, knock a golf ball around. Some of the neighbors come by from time to time and knock them around with them. So anyway, Jeep stuff's going to stay right here where you are. Trawler stuff is going to go off and become its own channel, and I hope you'll check it out. But if you didn't ever care about that, or you don't care about the sailboat, then you're in luck. Not going to be messing this channel up or cluttering it up with that stuff any longer. However, obviously I'm not working on the Jeep every week, so I'm probably not going to be posting a video every week to that channel, but I'll be posting them as I go. And hopefully, you know, what you can do, the trick you do with YouTube is as you're working on stuff, you get a little bit ahead of yourself and you record, you know, a couple of sessions ahead of time, post them up, schedule them out. So hopefully I'll be having enough to keep the frequency up there where you'll stay interested. But when last we left that, it was freshly painted for the third time. And so I got to get back there and get it buffed and clear coated, or buffed and sanded and buffed. However, folks were having some medical issues, and so I thought it was time to make a trip up here. It's a little cold, but not really bad for the time of year that I'm up here. It's not uncommon this time of year for me to be standing in feet of snow, but not this year. It's a little dry so far. So anyway, I will jump into the work that I'm doing on the Jeep as soon as I get back to the Jeep, which will be just in a few days. So next time you see me, it will be a few days from right now. Well, I know you're never supposed to be filming while you're driving, but there is just something magical about being on the road in Montana early in the morning, and I'll keep us in our lane. But there's the snowies over there. Crazies are over there on the horizon. Sun is coming up behind me. There's hardly anyone out here. It's my favorite kind of drive right here. All right, well, so where I'm at with this right now is I have got hopefully 90% of the work done on the passenger side here, and I have not started on the grill yet. It's still just floating around in the back of the Jeep there, and I have not started on the driver's side because I'll have to slide everything over. I have slid everything over in the garage, made room for it. I just need to move it over, but I figured, well, I'd kind of give one side the full treatment and then go over to the other side and give that the full treatment. So there's still the challenges of the space around the Jeep letters here is kind of a nightmare. This little dimple right here is giving me some issues, but for the most part, I'm feeling pretty good about how we're looking right now. So yeah, again, we're just working off of a little LED light and not the sun, because the sun is going down out there. But trust me, looks pretty good. So I'll continue on, and I'll try to give you one more close look at this panel once I get it all done. I do have, annoyingly enough, one tiny little fleck right there. That is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can see it, I think. That looks like that's stuck in the color. Dang it. But that's all I've seen so far that's like and trust me, we're not doing anything about that. It's just gonna have to be there forever until we scrape a tree down the side and scratch that little chunk off. I don't know. Yeah, what a project. Anyway, that's where we're at. All right, well, it's getting late, and I thought I'd give you a tour of the Jeep and show you how it looks so far. So here we go. I'm going to spin you around. I got the light in my hand, so I can give you a well-lit look. So here we go. Dang, that looks pretty good. If you run past this thing, I mean, if you're at a dead run and you run by, it looks flawless. If you slow down to a walk, well, it does in spots indeed look like a Jeep that was painted in a garage by a guy who didn't really know exactly what he was doing and was kind of faking it. However, that said, I got huge swaths of this thing that are looking really close to being done. I'm up to my fine foam pad here. I'm going to switch. I've got my ultra fine one. I'll switch to that. And a few of these places, a spot or two, I might go back to some of my highest grit sandpaper, which I think is, I think I got just 2,000 grit. Yeah, I might just take a piece of 2,000 grit and go after just tiny little spots here and there where I feel like I've still got kind of a noticeable bit of orange peel when the light hits it just right. Or what I might do as well is I might just do a pass with the fine foam pad, or even maybe leave this as it sits right now until I can do this with the garage door open in the broad light of day. Because, I mean, I got a fair amount of lights in here, but, you know, it's really tough to see what you're doing. And just like any job that requires nice finish work, the better lit the job is, the better the end result is. So thanks for hanging with me. I stacked a little trip to Montana into this one, and, you know, I got a little family visiting done. We're going to have the crush of all the holidays on us here. So when you see me again, you'll see me again. But for now, thanks for watching. As always, you know the drill. Well, you know the drill. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of this thing. Again, it's not out in the daylight, so we can't see with a totally critical eye, but I think we're doing okay. One thing I did notice is, I think I told you, I got a little paint on my header and my muffler down there. My masking plastic must have fallen down at some point. So I might take a little piece of sandpaper to that. I'm pretty sure it's going to burn off, so I'm not too worried about it. But and my wheels and tires are just a mess. But that's just wet sanding goo on them, and so I'm sure that'll be fine. So anyway, I'm tired. I'm starting to get goofy. I think it's time to go pet the dogs, and I'm babysitting my daughter's dog. So I got two in the house right now, and they're sitting in there probably wondering where the human is. So time for the human to go plop his butt down on the couch and watch some TV and drink some wine or something like that. So I'll see you next time around, guys. Thanks for watching.